Hello children, welcome to the online edu class of science. Children, can you differentiate between the two rooms here? Yes. One is an empty room and other room is filled with substances like furniture, photo frame, table. So, in today's episode, let us explore matter. Matter is everything which surrounds us like river, Rubik cube and rocks. So, matter is defined as anything which occupies space and has weight. I am sure you are aware of the word weight, which means how heavy the object is, and space is something like volume occupied. Like tennis ball occupies less space, whereas log of wood occupies large space. Children, do you know that matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms? Each atom has the same property. Example, salt. Each particle of salt has the same property. Similarly, the aluminium wire. This wire is made up of aluminium atom and each atom has the same property. Children, atoms combine to form molecules. For example, two atoms of oxygen combines to form oxygen gas. Even the atoms of same kind combines to form an element. Then atoms of different kind combines to form compounds. Example, carbon dioxide gas, which is utilized by the plant for photosynthesis. It has atoms of carbon and atoms of oxygen. There is space between the atoms of the molecules. Let us understand how it happens. For example, when we add potassium permanganate crystals in water, the water turns pink in color. Why? This is because the space between the water molecule is occupied by the molecules of potassium permanganate. Similarly, when we add a drop of ink in water, the water turns blue. Why? Because the space between the molecules of water is occupied by the atoms of ink. So we can say that two liquids can also mix with each other and can appear as one liquid. It means when two liquids are dissolved in each other, they are said to be miscible. Finally, we conclude that solids dissolve in liquids and liquids are also miscible in liquids. When two liquids do not mix with each other, they are said to be immiscible, like oil in water. Depending upon the variation in size, shape and look, matter comes in three different states. So, the three different states of matter are solids, liquids and gases. So, let us study the properties of each state one by one. Solids. Solids are hard and rigid. That means their atoms have greater force of attraction. They do not easily move. They also have definite shape, definite mass and definite volume. Examples of solid are building blocks used in the toys, nails which we hammer on the wall, finger ring and wood. Now we are going to talk about the liquids. In liquids, the atoms have space between them. The liquids can move, they flow, they occupy the shape of the container. When you fill water in a beaker, it occupies the shape of the beaker. But when you are going to fill in a conical flask, it occupies the shape of conical flask. They have their own weight. For example, when you drink water from the bottle, it gets lighter and lighter. It means previously it was heavier, and when you go on drinking the water, bottle becomes lighter. Now we are going to study about the properties of gases, which is interesting state of matter. We cannot see it, but it exists because we breathe air. We can prove it better with the help of a balloon. When air is filled in the balloon, it rises up. It shows that air has weight, but when it bursts, it falls on the ground. This shows that air is present in the balloon. In gases, molecules move faster. The molecules of the gases occupies large space and has no definite shape and no definite volume. Various examples of gases are LPG cylinder, which you are using at your home, wheels of the car, and the football you play in the ground. Here you can compare the three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. First, solid is rigid, but liquid and gas are not. Second, solid have fixed shape, but liquid and gas do not. Third, solid and liquid have fixed volume, but gases do not. I hope now everybody is clear with the three different states of matter. Now let's have a look on assignments. Your assignment is: first, name 5 solid substances that are insoluble in water. Second, why a painter uses turpentine oil to paint off his hand. Third, find out 5 examples of liquids which are insoluble in water. Isn't it an interesting and wonderful thing that we studied today? With this type of more interesting experiments and observation, we will be meeting in our next class. Till then, bye and thanks for watching.